Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we are diving into a very important topic, very important aspect of health, our gut, which is more than just our stomach, and it does so much more than digest food. It is home to 70% of your immune system. It produces 90% of your serotonin. Hello, mood booster. And it even communicates directly with your brain. When your gut is thriving, you feel energized, focused, and strong. But when it's out of balance, that's when issues like bloating, brain fog, inflammation, and even anxiety start to creep in. In this episode, we are covering the GI tract and how it works, what affects gut health, the gut brain connection, leaky gut syndrome, and lifestyle things that you can do to support a healthy microbiome. So, if you've struggled with digestion, food sensitivities, low energy, or just want to optimize your health, this episode is it for you. Let's get to it.
Welcome to Cultivating Her, breaking taboos, balancing hormones, and redefining women's health. I'm your host, Christy Edgar, an integrative nutrition health coach and holistic lifestyle expert. Join me as we dive into the world of menstrual health, hormone balance, and the connection to women's wellness. Whether you're looking to decode your cycle, tackle PMS, or manage menopause, this show is your go-to to syncing your lifestyle with your hormonal rhythms. Through candid conversations, practical tips, and a few expert interviews, Cultivating Her empowers women to embrace their cycles and align their lifestyle to boost energy and thrive in every phase of life. Subscribe now and start flowing with confidence as we redefine what it means to be a woman with harmonious health. Hello, friends, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are diving into one of the most fascinating and important aspects of our overall health, which is gut health. Okay, did you know that our gut is often referred to as the second brain? It is responsible for so much more than digestion. It's deeply connected to our immune system, our mood, and even our brain health. So, this conversation really ties into the pillars of holistic health that we often discuss. And it's a reminder that our bodies are deeply interconnected and that what we eat and how we live ripple through every aspect of our well-being. By the end of this podcast, I hope that you will understand how this ecosystem is the basis of a healthy human. It's the roots, if you will. So let's break it down and start with the basics. So what is the gut? It's your GI tract or your gastrointestinal system. The gastrointestinal tract is a series of hollow organs joined in a long twisting tube from our mouth to our anus. This complex system includes hollow organs, the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the small intestines, the large intestines, the colon, and your anus, and solid organs, which are the liver, the pancreas, and the gallbladder. So those solid organs, their function in digestion, the liver, it detoxifies harmful substances. It produces bile, which we need for digestion, and it synthesizes proteins. Your pancreas converts food into fuel. It aids in digestion, and it regulates blood sugar. Remember, the pancreas is where insulin is made, and insulin is the hormone that takes the glucose from the bloodstream and puts it into the cell so that the mitochondria of the cell can make ATP, which is energy. And then we have the gallbladder, and that stores bile and releases it after meals, and it's what helps digest the fats. So the digestive process begins the minute that we put food into our mouth. Chewing breaks down the food with the saliva that releases enzymes, and that helps to the beginning process of digesting your food. The food makes its way down the esophagus into the stomach, and the stomach acids and the enzymes there further break down the food into smaller molecules, which are then moved into your small intestines. The small intestines is where nutrients are absorbed. Then they go from the small intestine to the large intestine, which breaks down the remaining food, absorbs the water, and prepares the waste for elimination. So your body's first line of defense is that gut lining. So that's the lining of the stomach, the small intestines, and the large intestines, okay? Now, there are 3 layers to the gut, but there's 5 full defenses. So the 3 layers starting from the inside working out. So you have the first layer is mucosal IgA, which is immunoglobulin A. This is an antibody that's found in the mucous membrane that defends against toxins. Okay. Next, you have tight junctions. These are proteins that hold the gut cells together. Okay. These are the cells that get weakened by conditions like leaky gut. Now, after that, your third layer is the gastro-associated lymphoid tissue, okay, or GALT. This is a concentrated part of your immune system found in the gut, and it's the gut's last and most powerful layer of defense. Also included in these critical defenses is friendly bacteria, which are beneficial microbes that communicate with your immune system to signal danger, and stomach acid, which is essential for breaking down food and defending against infections. When any of these barriers are compromised, gut dysfunction occurs, leading to inflammation, poor nutrient absorption, and higher rate of disease. Okay, so your gut microbiome is your inner ecosystem. The gut microbiome is home to trillions of bacteria, yeast, fungi, and viruses that live throughout your digestive tract. This ecosystem affects everything from digestion to mental health. The function of the microbiome is to digest food. It also produces vitamins like B12, thiamine, riboflavin, and vitamin K. It regulates the immune system, which protects against harmful bacteria. It produces neurotransmitters like serotonin and GABA, which influence mood and anxiety, and it supports hormone regulation and detoxification. Remember, we talked about, ladies, we have a part of the gut microbiome called the estrobolome, which processes out the estrogen. So what happens when that microbiome is imbalanced? So when it's disrupted, it's a condition called dysbiosis, and it can lead to poor digestion, weak immune response, hormonal imbalances, chronic inflammation, and mood disorders, including anxiety and depression. Factors that influence gut health are, they start like right from the minute that we're born. Okay, so mode of delivery affects gut health. So babies that come through the birth canal are exposed to a wider variety of bacteria compared to babies that are born via C-section. Okay, and then also what babies are eating. Okay, so their diet during infancy. It takes up to 3 years for a child to colonize their gut microbiome, similar to that of an adult. So breast milk, the microbiota in breast milk is very nourishing and contains tons of beneficial bacteria from the mom, that comes from the mom. But also the health of the mom will matter. So whether or not what she's eating, how her antibiotic use is, what her BMI is, what her overall health is, this also will matter. Our diet as adults obviously affects the health of the gut. Diet just has a profound impact on the types of bacteria that will thrive. So even brief dietary changes can alter that microbiota. Organisms that support the breakdown of foods you normally consume flourish while others perish. So diets that are rich in plant diversity are especially supportive of the beneficial organisms in the gut, right? They love plant diversity, okay? So those are also things that are rich in fiber, and fiber feeds those healthy bacteria that are in our gut. So that's how diet can have a positive impact, because if we're eating those types of things, then we're feeding the good bacteria and our gut is healthy. So in our Western culture, standard American diet, we eat a lot of highly processed foods and sugar that promotes dysbiosis. Okay, this creates an imbalance and an overgrowth of bacteria that is not good. Another thing that affects our gut health is antibiotics. So, antibiotics work by killing bacteria. So, this is really effective when you're sick and you need help ridding yourself of bad bacteria. But in accomplishing that part, it also destroys the good bacteria because antibiotics can't go in and decide, oh, you're bad, you're good, you're bad. It wipes out everything. So even one dose of a commonly prescribed antibiotic can wipe out microbial diversity for up to a month. And antibiotics are necessary. Just you have to remember to give your gut a little extra love following a treatment like that. Another thing that affects our gut health is environmental toxins, things like chemicals, pesticides, food additives, all disrupt that gut lining and can contribute to inflammation. Stress also can affect the gut health. We talk a lot about that stress is just a killer of all sorts of things. And then, of course, although much of our gut health has to do with environmental aspects, some things can be caused by genetics. But like Dr. Hyman says, genetics load the gun, lifestyle pulls the trigger. So even though you may be prone to genetically having some issues with your digestive tract, lifestyle and what you actually eat can make a huge, huge impact. So what about your gut and your brain? So there you have a gut-brain axis, and this is how your gut and your brain communicate. So it's a communication superhighway, right? The gut-brain axis between your gut and your brain, and it's connected via the vagus nerve. And it's a key player in your parasympathetic nervous system. The gut-brain axis allows signals to move in both directions. So this is why you might feel like butterflies in your stomach when you're nervous, or you might experience an upset stomach when you're overly stressed. Your gut-brain axis is facilitated by neurons. Okay, your gut contains 500 million neurons connected to the brain via the vagus nerve, and also by neurotransmitters. So neurotransmitters are involved, our gut bacteria actually are involved in the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, and GABA. So serotonin is often called that feel-good neurotransmitter, and it regulates mood, sleep, and appetite. And about 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. So if your gut isn't healthy, your brain might not be getting the signals it needs to regulate your mood and your emotions. Also, the gut-brain axis controls hormone harmony, right? Because it connects to the hormonal hierarchy that we've discussed before. The gut microbiome influences cortisol, which is the stress hormone, and estrogen metabolization. When your gut is in balance, it's just better equipped to manage stress and support harmonious hormone health. So studies have shown that an imbalanced gut microbiome can contribute to mental health challenges, including anxiety, depression, and even conditions like autism and schizophrenia. So this imbalance or dysbiosis can disrupt communication along the gut-brain axis, leading to inflammation, hormonal imbalances, and altered neurotransmitter production. Right? Mind blown. Now let's talk about leaky gut. So leaky gut syndrome, or intestinal hyperpermeability, refers to a compromised gut lining where those tight junctures become loose. So those proteins that hold those tight junctures slip. And this allows harmful substances like undigested food particles, toxins, and bacteria to leak into your bloodstream. How does this condition develop? So that gut lining is designed to act as a barrier, ensuring that nutrients are absorbed while the harmful substances are kept out of our body. However, factors like poor diet, stress, and toxins can weaken this barrier. And it's like a domino effect, okay? When these foreign particles enter the bloodstream, the immune system responds by producing inflammatory antibodies to attack them. Okay, this leads to chronic inflammation, food sensitivities, and autoimmune conditions, right? So key contributors to leaky gut are the standard American diet, which is high in sugar, high in processed foods, and bad seed oils, chemical exposure to things like pesticides, food additives, and preservatives, excessive medication like painkillers, antibiotics, and acid reducers, and ladies, our birth control all contribute to leaky gut. Gluten. So zonulin, which is a protein found in gluten, has been shown to increase gut permeability. And then, of course, stress, chronic stress. It weakens the gut lining and alters the microbiome. So now, leaky gut produces inflammation. So how does chronic inflammation affect gut health? So first of all, let's talk about inflammation. So inflammation is a natural immune response to injury or infection. This is why our lymph nodes get swollen, our tonsils get swollen. This is why we get a fever, why when we sprain an ankle, it gets swollen. This is the body's natural response to healing. The problem is when it becomes chronic or long-lasting, it does more harm than good. So how does this impact our gut health? Well, chronic inflammation weakens those tight junctures. Well, that's further exacerbating leaky gut. It also alters the microbiome and it triggers autoimmune disorders. So the immune system essentially begins attacking healthy tissues. So the common symptoms for chronic inflammation: fatigue, digestive issues like bloating, diarrhea, and constipation, food allergies, brain fog, and joint pain. Okay? Chronic inflammation can cause joint pain. I want to say that again so that you hear me and understand that that's a real issue. So, what about inflammation, the microbiome, and our brain? So, how does gut inflammation affect mental health? So, like an imbalanced microbiome can lead to gut inflammation, which weakens the blood-brain barrier, which is a protective shield that keeps harmful substances out of the brain. When this barrier is compromised, toxins and inflammatory molecules can reach the brain, triggering mood disorders, cognitive decline, and even depression. So, what about chronic illness, the connection between inflammation and chronic illness? So, as someone who's experienced candida overgrowth and dysbiosis, I know firsthand how gut health can impact my overall well-being. It doesn't just affect your body, it affects your mind, contributing to brain fog and low energy and even mental health struggles. So now what about cognitive function? A healthy gut microbiome supports the production of brain-derived neurotropic factor, BDNF. We talked about this before. This is a protein essential for memory, learning, and overall brain health. But low levels of BDNF have been linked to depression and cognitive decline. So this is why front-loading nutrition becomes so important. Starting your day with nutrient-dense foods like a protein-packed breakfast can stabilize your blood sugar and then support the gut-brain axis. It's about eating to fuel your body and your mind. So what do we do if we find ourselves in a situation where we think we do have leaky gut or dysbiosis or anything like that? So we need to address this with the 4Rs framework, okay? So the 4Rs is a step-by-step process used in functional medicine to repair and restore gut health. So number one is remove. So we're going to eliminate anything that negatively affects gut health. So problematic foods. This is where the elimination diet comes in. Gluten, dairy, sugar, processed foods, all of them out. Toxins like pesticides, GMOs, and artificial additives, out. And then we also want to look at infections of any kind. So any kind of bacterial overgrowth or parasites. My advice is to start keeping a food journal to identify potential triggers like bloating, fatigue, or skin flare-ups after you eat. Like if you're keeping track of that, you will see what happens, right? So next, once we remove, we want to repair. So we want to support the gut lining with nutrients and foods that reduce inflammation and promote healing. So Key nutrients for gut repair are L-glutamine, which is an amino acid that strengthens your intestinal lining. This is found in plant and animal proteins like beef and pork and poultry and milk and yogurt and ricotta cheese and cottage cheese and raw spinach and parsley and cabbage. And honestly, guys, if you can get it organic or locally grown by someone you know, way better. And all of your dairy products, make sure that they are full fat. Okay, collagen. Collagen helps rebuild damaged tissues. Collagen is found in bone broth. It's found in fish and shellfish and chicken and beef and egg whites and citrus fruit and berries and garlic. Okay, turmeric. We all know turmeric helps to reduce inflammation. You can use it in a powdered form, or you can buy the root and grate it up. You can soak it in water and make a tea. It's wonderful, wonderful for inflammation. So, I can't even say, I'm going to butcher this word, but that doesn't mean I don't know what it is. Quercetin, it's a polyphenol, and it's found in citrus fruits, apples, onions, parsley, sage tea, red wine, olive oil, grapes, dark cherries, dark berries like blueberries and blackberries, and it supports those tight junctions and reduces oxidative stress, okay? It is a polyphenol. So the top healing foods that I would say are bone broth, any kind of cooked vegetable, okay, because they're easier to digest, and then foods that are rich in omega-3s like salmon and chia seeds. Okay, next we want to restore. So we want to repopulate the gut with beneficial bacteria to balance the microbiome. So probiotics are live bacteria that support gut health. This is lactobacillus and bifidobacterium, okay? This is found in things like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso. I can't talk today. And then prebiotics. Prebiotics are fibers that feed those good bacteria. Things like onions and garlic, bananas, and Jerusalem artichoke. All of these fiber-filled veggies are excellent at feeding those probiotics, okay? So we have removed, we have repaired, we are restoring, and then we need to replace. So replace digestive enzymes and other compounds in your body that are needed for optimal digestion. So digestive enzymes, maybe you need a supplement to help support the breakdown of your food, okay? And these are things that you, as you're moving through, you will figure out. Your body will speak to you if you listen, okay? Your stomach acid. So if you experience acid reflux, you may need more stomach acid to aid in digestion. I would recommend talking to a functional medicine doctor about this and not taking a medication for the antacid medicine. Doesn't really do much good and does more harm long term. And then vitamins and minerals. So focusing on B vitamins, magnesium, and zinc, all of which are really good for gut health. Now, I want to talk about some lifestyle tips that will support not only your gut health, but a healthy metabolism, okay? Number one is to focus on a balanced, nutrient-rich diet. This is the cornerstone of gut health. So your gut flora thrives on a variety of nutrients, particularly fiber, which acts as food for your good bacteria. So this does mean a diet that is rich in plant diverse foods. Okay, you want to focus on eating live foods like fermented vegetables and freshly cooked meals. Okay, eat fiber-rich foods like fruits and vegetables, legumes, lentils, quinoas. These are all rich in fiber and help to feed the beneficial bacteria in your gut. You definitely want to eat fermented foods, at least a cup a day. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi are all incredible sources, okay? You can make them in your kitchen and they cost very little. And then you want to limit processed foods and sugars. So they can disrupt the balance of bacteria in your gut, which will lead to inflammation and poor metabolic health. And how does this improve our metabolic health, right, when we're eating healthy food? So when your gut flora is balanced, it supports better digestion and absorption of nutrients. This in turn helps regulate blood sugar levels and promote healthy metabolism. all day long, I will say this. Everything is based in glucose. Keeping that blood sugar level by eating fiber-rich foods, fermented foods that can reduce inflammation. It's a way to reduce these metabolic disorders like obesity and type 2 diabetes. And healing your gut isn't just about diet, it's also about creating a healthier lifestyle. So I want to also say that you need to stay hydrated. Water is essential for every function in your body, including digestion. So drinking enough water helps maintain a healthy mucosal lining in the intestines, and it supports the balance of good bacteria in your gut. So you want to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. And then you also can lean into herbal teas like peppermint or ginger, which can help soothe the digestive tract and improve gut function. Now, how does this help with our metabolism? So proper hydration is crucial for metabolic health because it helps your body break down and transport nutrients effectively. Dehydration can slow down the metabolism and make you feel sluggish, so make sure you're drinking enough water throughout the day. The next thing I would say for lifestyle would be manage stress levels. We talk about this really often here. I feel like chronic stress can negatively impact your gut health. Stress triggers the release of cortisol, which can cause inflammation and disrupt that delicate balance in your microbiome. So high levels of stress have actually been linked to digestive issues like irritable bowel and can hinder your body's ability to metabolize food effectively. So practice mindfulness techniques like meditation, yoga, deep breathing, sound baths. Make time for activities that you enjoy and ensure that you're getting enough rest. So how does this help your metabolism? So stress not only disrupts your gut, but also slows down your metabolism. So when you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode, which can lead to energy being stored as fat rather than burned as fuel. So reducing stress can improve both your gut health and your body's ability to burn fat or not store fat. Get enough sleep. Okay, sleep is when your body repairs and regenerates. Poor sleep patterns can negatively affect both your gut and your metabolism. And studies show that lack of sleep can alter the balance of gut bacteria, leading to digestive issues and slower metabolism. So aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep at night. Create a good, calming bedtime routine, good sleep hygiene that helps you wind down and get good sleep. So this helps with your metabolism because lack of sleep has been linked to insulin resistance, weight gain, and to a decrease in the hormone leptin, which is the hormone that regulates hunger. So just proper sleep just helps your body function optimally, gives you better brain clarity, and supports healing. Move your body regularly. Physical activity isn't just beneficial for your muscles and your heart, but also for your gut. So it promotes the growth of beneficial bacteria in your gut, which of course aids in digestion and improves your nutrient absorption. Okay, this does not have to be strenuous exercise, guys. It's just 30 minutes of moderate activity most days of the week. Take a walk, honest to goodness. Just take a walk. Dance it out in your kitchen. If you can't get yourself to do 30 minutes at a time, break it up. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Everybody can find 10 minutes, right? So regular exercise boosts your metabolism by increasing muscle mass and promoting effective use of energy. It also reduces inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity, which does help regulate blood sugar levels and prevents metabolic disease. It also creates endorphins, which make you happy, okay? Medication. So limiting medication to when absolutely necessary and always following up with probiotics. While it is best to get your nutrients from food, there are certain supplements that can support gut health. And that's the probiotics, the prebiotics, and omega fatty acids, okay? So probiotics and prebiotics help maintain a balanced microbiome. But omega-3s help reduce inflammation, right? And healing your gut will naturally improve your metabolic health. like eating, just being mindful, eating a balanced diet, rich in fiber and fermented foods, staying hydrated. These are all things that contribute to better gut health, which in turn helps with your metabolism. Okay. By nurturing your gut, you're also supporting your body's ability to maintain a healthy weight, to manage energy levels, and prevent chronic disease. And then the last thing I want to say is just avoid over sanitizing, guys. Excessive use of antibacterial products can harm your gut microbiome. We need to be exposed to different types of bacteria in order to make sure that that immune system is nice and strong. Okay, so get outside, expose yourself to lots of beneficial microbes, and let's not forget the mental health benefit that actually comes from spending time in nature. So in closing, I just want to say that healing your gut is a journey. It is not a quick fix. It takes time, it takes consistency, and it takes commitment to repair damage and restore balance. So what are the takeaways from this? Number 1, your gut is more than just your stomach. Number 2, your gut microbiome is crucial to health, but it is susceptible and under attack daily, depending on what we put in. Number 3, there is a connection between the health of the gut, and the mental health of the human. Okay. Number 4, leaky gut and chronic inflammation are at the root of most health issues. Okay. Number 5 is that we can repair them by using the 4R program: remove, repair, restore, replace. Okay. This is a powerful framework for healing, and it's very personalized, and you can work it at your own pace. So, and then lastly, I would say, creating an eating style that includes probiotics, prebiotics, and whole foods is going to be essential for long-term gut health. Okay. Remember, your gut health impacts your entire body, from your immune system to your brain. And by making small, consistent changes, you achieve a healthier, happier you. Start with one thing: consistency compounds. Okay. Thanks, guys, for staying here till the end of the episode. I really hope that you found value and you found it helpful. If you did, subscribe, like it, share it with a friend, and by all means, keep the feedback coming, okay? Any questions that you have, any other topics that you want me to cover, things that I maybe skimmed over and didn't get deep enough in, let me know. I would love, love, love to put together an episode and talk about those things for you. So until next time, be kind, be well, my friends, and cultivate good health.
Thank you for joining me on this journey to educate and empower. I hope you found value in what you heard and will come back to listen again. Together, we're going to create a community of women empowered to transform their health. If you're excited to be part of this, please subscribe, leave a review, and share with the other women in your life who need health support tailored to that X chromosome. Until next time, be kind, be well, cultivate your health.